Good evening. I am Lacy Rice Jr. of the Greater Hardin County Women's Network, welcoming you to the 2022 Hardin County Political Candidates Forum, sponsored by the Greater Hardin County Women's Network and the Hardin County Branch of the NAACP. Tonight, our candidates are running for Hardin County Sheriff. Joining us are candidates Sheriff John Ward and challenger Willie Oden. Tonight's format will be a 2-minute open statement followed by 8 questions. The candidates will have 1 minute to answer each question. To conclude, each candidate has 1 minute to summarize. Tonight's timekeeper is Lenora Young, representing the Hardin County Branch of the NAACP. There was a previous coin flip that Mr. Oden won. Therefore, Mr. Oden, please give us your opening statement.
Thank you. Good evening, and thank you to the Greater Hardin County Women's Network for having this here forum. My name is Willie Oden, and I'm a Sergeant Major, retired from the U.S. Army Military Police. A little bit about my background: I spent 31 and a half years in the military. I've done 6 deployments, and I have 2 Bronze Stars. I've ran a Director of Emergency Services, which entailed with 1,400 people, soldiers and civilians. I ran the EMS, the fire department, the police, and the security. Along with that, before I attained that, I was with the CID here on Fort Knox, where I worked with the Greater Hardin County Narcotics Task Force. As a Sergeant Major, I also ran the Military Police School for the Armed Reserves across the continental U.S. I would like to bring change and opportunity to Hardin County by bringing the folks on board and having them have town halls and be able to speak with me and also have a voice in the community. I would like for everyone to check out my page, odenforsheriff.com, and possibly get to know me better. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Oden. Sheriff Ward, your opening statement.
I appreciate the Greater Hardin County Women's Network and the Hardin County Branch of the NAACP for hosting this forum. I am Sheriff John Ward, and I was born and raised in Hardin County and grew up in Upton on our family farm. I've served in law enforcement since I was 21 years old, starting at the Vine Grove Police Department in 1984 and then to the Kentucky State Police in 1986, working my way up to the highest permanent rank and retiring late in 2013 after nearly a decade as the commander of the KSP Post 4 in Elizabethtown, which is the busiest post in the state, to run for Hardin County Sheriff. I've been in a leadership role in law enforcement for the past 27 years. Some of my proudest accomplishments since becoming sheriff in 2015 include assigning deputies for the first time ever in our Hardin County schools and ECTC. That's 11 currently, and we're now hiring 8 more. We've established a K-9 unit, secured drone and accident reconstruction technology, mobile tax collection at 10 locations across the county every November, secured body cameras for deputies, and assigned a deputy to Veterans Court. I was elected to the National Sheriff's Association Board of Directors. I serve on the Board of Directors, and I'm past president of the Kentucky Sheriff's Association. I'm on the Board of Directors of the Kentucky Association of Counties. I'm a member of the Kentucky Juvenile Justice Oversight Council. The Hardin County Drug Task Force Board of Directors, and I'm on the ECTC Criminal Justice Advisory Council. I was the 2018 Kentucky Sheriff of the Year. I live in Elizabethtown with my wife, Gail, and daughter, Macy.
Thank you, Sheriff Ward. Sheriff Ward, in your opinion, what are the duties of the sheriff?
Well, the sheriff is a constitutional office, and it comes with an array of duties. First of all, you have the law enforcement duties, but like most police agencies, there's more than law enforcement to the sheriff's office. You have to service the courts. You also have tax collection, and in Hardin County, we collect over $80 million in property taxes each year. Then you have your election duties, but That's why it's the sheriff's office. You have to balance many different areas, and um, so in most police agencies, you just concentrate on law enforcement, and it's not like that at the sheriff's office.
Thank you. Mr. Oden, the same question.
The sheriff is a senior law enforcement official in any county. They have the power to change a lot of situations. Constitutionally, they are the speaker for the people. The people ask them to be their voice. As a sheriff, not only do you have the law enforcement aspects of it, you also have the civil side. And those are some of the things that that are addressed. You can take the courts, the road patrols, and also you have the community relations. Community policing is a key thing within any community. And having that as your senior official, you work with the agencies, not only local, state, but also federal. And it gives you a well-rounded situation which you can speak to everyone and also be on the same sheet of music when someone comes in and asks to be a part of what's going on in your county.
All right, thank you. Mr. Oden, the sheriff has a sizable staff. Tell us about your management experience.
As a leader, I started as a Sergeant E5 back in '93 and have held leadership positions up until I retired in 2020. The highest leadership position I had was a Operations Sergeant Major with the Director of Emergency Services, which I had 1,400 personnel, civilians and soldiers under my charge that ran fire, EMS, police, and security.
Thank you. Sheriff Ward, the same question.
Yes, as I said in my opening, I've been in a leadership role in a law enforcement agency for the past 27 years. 19, almost 20 years of that was on the Kentucky State Police, where I rose to the highest permanent rank, which was captain. As captain in the state police, I managed multi-million-dollar budgets over our supply branch. I was commander of our internal affairs branch and also commander of Post 4 for nearly a decade. I've been the Hardin County Sheriff for nearly almost 8 years, managing a multi-million-dollar budgets, overseeing the collection of over $80 million yearly in taxes, and supervising the personnel. Also, I think my role as a leader, a leader leads from the front, and I'm a leader from the front. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. Sheriff Ward, what is the most important issue facing the sheriff department?
Well, Lacy, that's a good question, but I don't believe you can say most important. Drugs and crimes related to drugs are very serious. Last year alone, we had 50 deaths due to drug overdoses. It's tough going to a family and telling them their loved one has passed from illegal drugs and being from fentanyl. Fentanyl's terrible. So we're working hard to combat that, but we also got to be planning for the growth in our county. We got some tremendous growth coming. We're working constantly making plans on how we're going to handle this growth. Also, we got to be concerned about recruiting and retaining top quality personnel for our county. And that means we got to have pay equitable to other agencies within our state and local agencies.
Thank you. Mr. Oden, the same question.
Truth, trust, and transparency. One of the things about telling the truth to the community, we can build a trust in order to find out many things that occur. The transparency, as the county grows, you learn more, you show more. The more that the county knows about what you're doing in your office and around your office, the more you get back from the community. Those are the key aspects of it. In order to see what's going on, you have to know what's going on, because information is the knowledge, because you have to have the knowledge to gain the power.
Thank you. Mr. Oden, what are some of your ideas to improve processes and or programs of the Sheriff's Department?
One of the processes I wanted to bring to the Sheriff's Office was to inform people. And what better way to do it than have an app that gives them a fingertip moment of information. Having that app, people can understand what's going on, and the sheriff can also put back information out to those folks. Those are some of the key aspects of it. And the change with that also gives them a more accessible way of talking to the sheriff's office.
Thank you. Sheriff Ward, same question.
Well, like I said, we've established our school resource officer program. We're expanding that. We're protecting our greatest asset, and that's our kids. We're also planning a special response team. That's coming. That's something that we don't have here in Hardin County at the sheriff's office, and it's something that is going to be needed in the future. We're constantly training. We've got to train our personnel. We train at the firearm. We train at the range. We also train on the use of deadly force at the force continuum. We constantly train our deputies. You can't get enough training, but we also have education for churches. We provide training for church security, and we conduct several of those yearly.
Thank you. Sheriff Ward, though making a profit is not the department's main purpose, how will you create revenue that will go into the county's coffers?
Well, repeat that question, Lacy.
Okay. Though making a profit is not the department's main purpose, how will you create revenue that will go into the county's coffers?
Well, we create revenue for the county through our tax collection, and that goes into the county's coffers. But as far as the sheriff's office creating revenue, all the revenue, the sheriff's office is a fee agency. So the papers that are served, orders that are served, we collect a fee for those. And but that goes to operate the agency. The county supplements the sheriff's office's budget every year. They currently 1.2 million. The county supplements the sheriff's office's budget each year. So as far as creating revenue for the county, our tax collection is where we create the revenue for the county, but the county has to supplement the sheriff's office in its operation.
Thank you. Mr. Oden, the same question.
Drug seizures. Here in the county, we're going to start having more information given to us about drugs, fentanyl, meth, marijuana. Why not take those seizures, those vehicles, sell them, take and use that money to put back into the coffers? You have the drug seizures, seize the money, seize the vehicles, sell the vehicles. Also, at the same time, we can save the money, the county money, by using the vehicles that we seize as patrol vehicles, dare vehicles, and any other vehicles necessary to pull patrols.
Thank you. Mr. Oden, what are your proposals to deal with mental health issues of the staff?
Dealing with mental health is a very, very delicate situation. You have to be knowledgeable in it, getting training, having individual classes, going and understanding what's going on with people. Sometimes you have veterans that might have mental health issues. And being a veteran myself, being in combat several times, I do understand the idiosyncrasies of how a soldier might act or react due to the fact that they're approached in certain manners. Sometimes having a civil conversation and talking to them can actually bring them down and de-escalate situations. And de-escalation training is also one of the key factors that we need to have within the office.
Thank you. Sheriff Ward, same question.
Anybody in the sheriff's office that's involved in a critical incident is referred to assistants, employee assistants. We're not mental health professionals here at the sheriff's office. We seek mental health professionals to help our people. Anybody that's having a problem, if anybody's not fit for duty, they're taken off duty, and we help them get the help they need to get better, because we want people to get better and be able to return to work. Any critical incident, like I said, they're referred to counselors to talk about anytime deadly force is used. We have deputies, our deputies and our personnel. When I've been involved in a serious incident, you talk to someone, you talk to mental health professionals, and that's how we deal with that.
Thank you. Sheriff Ward, what are your proposals to address the public image of law enforcement?
I work every day to enhance the public image. Community policing, that's all I've done since I've been in law enforcement. I've been a country policeman, and community policing, that's where you get your information from the people out in the community. As far as enhancing the image, I work to enhance the image of the Hardin County Sheriff's Office every day. We're a professional law enforcement agency. When I first became sheriff, the sheriff's office was mainly a paper serving agency because they answered approximately 30% of the calls in the county. We now answer 80 to 85% of the calls in the county. When people in the county see a white Hardin County Sheriff's Office cruiser pull up into their driveway to handle a situation, I want them to know it's going to be taken care of properly and professionally.
Thank you. Mr. Oden, the same question.
Could you repeat that question for me, please?
Yes. What are your proposals to address the public image of law enforcement?
The Explorer program. What better way to get our kids away from computers and not doing anything? Give them something to do. Give them an idea of what law enforcement is all about. I always wanted to be a police officer. And when I became a military police, it was one of the best things that could have happened to me. Why not share that knowledge? Give it to someone else. Show them how to use cameras, how to take fingerprints, how to go on a road patrol, how to be sheriff for the day. Those are some of the key things. And that's my proposal on how to bring the community into what's happening in the sheriff's office.
Thank you. Mr. Oden, how well does the department work with other law enforcement departments, and what can be improved?
Interagency communications is something that I just happen to have had a situation with. We have to make some things better. There was an incident here in the county where EPD could have, or as they say, a local agency could have responded that didn't, that was close enough within their reach to respond to the citizen instead of the sheriff's office. Having the better communication and that interagency communicational joint effort, we can change those things.
Thank you. Sheriff Ward, same question.
I'd have to know the specific incident Mr. Oden's talking about, but we operate on the closest unit. It used to be one agency got the call, they took the call. Our dispatch checks with other agencies to see who is the closest unit. But as far as the city handling a call for the sheriff's office, if it's outside the city limits, it's not normal for them to take that call unless it's a serious emergency. But we work with agencies. Hardin County is unique in how well it works with other agencies. I've been in the state police and now the sheriff's office, and I've been in counties across the state that the law enforcement don't get along. We meet regularly and talk about the issues going on in this county and work together. We help one another.
Thank you. That concludes our general questions. Now it's time for the 1-minute summary. Sheriff Ward, please give us your summary.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been your sheriff for the past 8 years. I've been in law enforcement nearly 4 decades. I love serving this community. The greatest honor of my law enforcement career has been my service as Hardin County Sheriff. I work hard every day to serve Hardin County and to try to make Hardin County a better place to live. We're planning for the future. We got a lot of things going on in Hardin County, not just at the Glendale site, but all over this county. Things are going to happen. We're making plans every day to work on ways to keep this county safe in the future. Thank you very much. And we stick to safer streets and a stronger community. That's our mission.
Thank you. Mr. Oden, your 1-minute summary.
Change, the opportunity for change, more service and less politics. Hardin County is growing at an exponential rate, and we have to change with it. And having that rate of growth, you have to be informed by the community. Town halls are a key thing. and that will make it better for folks to understand what we're doing. I hope that folks understand that I'm a soldier and not a politician. When it's time to go to combat, I'm ready to go. Hardin County is facing situations like drugs and gangs. They are encroaching on this county. And as your sheriff, I'll be on the front lines, the leader of this community, and will attack it in every way necessary and remove it immediately. Thank you.
Thank you. We thank each candidate for participating. We ask that you, the voter, consider what the candidates said tonight before voting. Do not vote simply because you know someone or because someone else refers a candidate to you. Use the information presented to make an informed choice. Thank you. And on behalf of the Greater Hardin County Women's Network and the Hardin County Branch of the NAACP, have a blessed week.
Thank you.
Thank you.